ladies and gentlemen, it has been a minute. So I am out on a little piece of crown land, and I'll go through everything that's in my bag. But I'm coming out here for an overnight, and all I've got is that little blue pouch there to make myself comfortable. No sleeping bag, no nothing. Let's see how this goes. Wow, so I've been walking for about maybe an hour. It's absolutely beautiful in here. As you can see, I'm in the low-lying area of it, and there's still 2 feet of snow in certain parts. I didn't bring snowshoes, so I gotta be careful. I'm walking slowly because I am sinking every once in a while. And this lower area, I'm just about, you can see here, I'm just about to head up. But this whole area is a swamp. And you can see the ridge line over there. And I made it through without any disaster. Yeah. So this is pretty cool. You can see, I just got up to the top of this ridge. There's some deer prints. They're fairly fresh, maybe a day or two. It's been pretty warm. Yeah, I'd say maybe a day or so. So that's good to see in this area. But I don't know if you noticed, I did bring my bear spray because there have been some bear sighted in this area. It is April 11th right now, and the weather has been getting warm. I think right now it's like 4 degrees Celsius. I think tonight it's only going down to like -2 Celsius. I don't remember what that is in Fahrenheit, but yeah. So we'll see how this night makes out for me. Check this out. Beavers have been doing work. Yes, sir. That's pretty cool. I think I'm pretty close to where I want to maybe spend the night. I got some, you can see here, I got some open water. So definitely have to find a different spot to get water out of here if I'm going to use it. I know that there's, obviously we just saw there's beaver activity here. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I did bring 2 bottles of water with me, but if I am going to need more, I'll go find a little bit of a cleaner spot, and I'll just have to boil it. Got a whole pile there. Yeah, it's not very fresh. And then look at this scrape. Sorry, look at this rub. That's another big one. Almost all the way around the tree. God, I love nature. Anyways, I gotta keep looking for a spot. That's gonna be somewhat safe. We had an ice storm a while ago, and there's been a lot of damage with trees falling over and breaking. I'll show you a little bit more. You can see the damage here in the forest. So bonus is I might not have to cut down a lot of stuff to make a shelter or a fire, but I just got to keep my eyes out overhead for anything that might be broken and dangerous. Anyways, we'll see you guys when I find my spot. So I was going to start clearing out a few things right here and set up camp here, but let me show you. Let me turn the camera around and show you. So thought most of this was dead stuff, but it's not. These are actually all still live roots, and yeah, as much as I'm out here to try to make myself comfortable with like a minimum shelter thing, like I brought food, I don't feel like destroying anything because this isn't life or death. This is just to see if I can make myself comfortable with what I've got in Bowman Gear's little bag. Over there this creek comes in to this lake. And I can cross over there. I've just got to get over this little bit right here. And I can actually get in deeper into this place and explore the other side of the lake like I'd really like to. I don't know what's over there at all. Let's go on an adventure. I got my stuff. I'm heading down. I'm not even sure if I can cross there. This may be a bust, but I'm going to try. But hold on a second, let me show you this. Look at all this damage from the ice storm. And I know this is from the ice storm. One, because some of the breaks are fresh, but two, I was in this area a couple of weeks ago and had a little barbecue with the puppy. Kiva will be joining me soon on the camping trips. I've just got a little bit more training to do with her because her dad is a boxer and her mom was a German short-haired pointer black lab mix, and the pointer in her, I didn't have to teach her much to hunt. It was kind of already bred into her, but she I have gone out with her a few times, but treeing squirrels and stuff like that. The problem is when we get into the forest and she gets on point, anything I say doesn't matter. So it wouldn't be fair for me to bring her out in the spring, especially in the spring and the fall, when there's so much going on with wildlife, and have her get on point and get into a dangerous situation when that can be avoided with just a little bit of proper training. Well, that's awesome. Another thing I gotta be careful of too is some of the snow in here is still pretty deep, and I didn't bring snowshoes. And, now, that looks like it might have been the easy part. Well, would you look at that? A tiny little inlet. From up there, tiny little waterfall. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to cross right here. Yes. Made it. Well, of course I made it. I put the camera on the other side. Alright. I'm going to shut this off for a little bit. Try to get to the top of this elevation. I'll see you guys in a little bit. That was a bit of a hike. Sunk up to my knees a couple times. Had to stop and empty out my boots. But oh my god, was this worth it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to turn my camera around. Look how beautiful this is. Listen to that. A waterfall right there. Seen a lot of deer sign over on this side too, but it's a little cold for me to attempt to get across here, so I'm going to try to find somewhere to set up around here, because I got some nice water access here and there's a lot of dead standing, and it's going to be fun. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think I just found my spot. I've just gone up a little bit. That beaver dam that I showed you is right there. I was standing right over there, but up here, I got a little rock here, and down in the hill, there's all kinds of rocks that are loose. I can clean all this up in here. I got a nice little spot to lie here. I have my fire here, put a little lean-to for my emergency blanket, and because of the storm, I might even wind up putting some boughs down. There's all kinds of damage here. But I've checked overhead, there's nothing that's going to fall on me. So yeah, I'm going to clean up a little bit, and then I'm going to show you what I got with me. Well, there's a lot of dead pine so far. I haven't found a lot of dead standing hardwood. A couple that I thought were dead standing actually have buds on them. So I'm not touching those. But yeah, I'll keep going because I don't want to burn pine all night. So actually, I'll show you here right behind the camera. See this here? This whole thing here. I'm like, yeah, score. But you look up, leaves on it. There's some fresh buds. So yeah, I got that down. I'm gonna go for a little bit of a walk because all in there is all hardwood and birch and stuff. So I'm gonna go for a little adventure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the ice came out for an overnight. Now, 2 years ago, Will met him at the Outdoor Adventure Show, him and his wife Rebecca, and he graciously gave me this pouch, and it's a stretch back pouch. It's kind of like spandex at the back. Anyways, I originally had it as a first aid kit that I kept with me, and then I decided in the fall during hunting season that I was going to pack whatever I could in this and go out in the wintertime and try to make myself as comfortable as possible for the night. Now, with everything that's happened over the winter with me, with my family and stuff like that, and other crap, I just never had a chance to actually get out and do it an overnight solo by myself. I was out on a few ice fishing trips and stuff like that. So this weekend I had an opportunity to get away. Things kind of fell into place, and I thought, hell, what the hell? I'm going to go out. It's only going to be -2 Celsius. There is a breeze. I don't know if it's going to get any colder than that. So I packed this with a couple of things, and I'm going to see if I can make myself at least be comfortable. I did bring some things because this isn't a survival video. I'm not here to kill myself. Just want to see if I can get comfortable. So I'm going to show you what I brought, but first, let me show you what's in here. All right, so this didn't come with it. So first, let me show you what I got in here. I believe I've got about 20 feet of paracord. I can open it up and check, let you guys know for sure, but I think that's it. I got a 4x6, 4x8, 4x6 emergency blanket with an elastic band around it. A little piece of twine. And I got my ferro rod. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I did bring my pipe. I did bring some cigarettes, and I do have a lighter in my pocket, but I'm not going to use it to get the fire going. And I do have a very, very small piece of fat wood. I don't know if I'm going to use it. But yeah, let me show you this little kit. So the back of it, spandexy. And I forget, I'll put in the description what this material is. I forget. Will, I'm really sorry. I forget what's in it. But yeah, Bowman Gear. You guys check them out. I'll put a link to their Instagram and stuff like that down in the comment and stuff like that. So basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to take my paracord, I'm going to try to build a little lean-to just to help deflect the heat. And I didn't bring a sleeping bag or anything like that. All I've got is that little pad. You know those little accordion things? Now, I did bring a winter jacket with me. And I did bring, now I've only got this sweater. I'll pull everything out of the bag in a second, show you. My t-shirt is soaked from sweating. I knew that was going to happen, getting in here and getting the firewood. So I did bring a change of a shirt because I didn't think the sun's going to be out long enough to dry my shirt, but it actually might. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this yet, but I'm thinking I've got that tree right there, and I was going to build some fancy little A-frame with it and all that stuff, but I got a really cool dinner. And I don't know if I want to spend that much time getting fancy. I'm not a survivalist. I'm not a bushcraft dude. But I can make do. Country boy will survive. But this is just for some enjoyment. And just to see if I can make myself, with this little kit, be comfortable for the night. And, oh, there goes a heron. Spring is here. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, give me a second, and I'll show you what I got in the backpack. So aside from my kit, I've got that phone, and I've got this phone. This phone's just for making videos. So is this one, but this is also my actual cell phone with my iHunter on it. iHunter and Agua have been with me since day one, man. Ride and die. I love these guys. Absolutely love them both. Check them out. All the links are in the below. So, got my phone. Got my bear spray. Got my little kit that I showed you earlier. Agua. Boreal 21. Love this saw. Take it with me absolutely everywhere. Brought a second bottle of water. Just a drink. I'm going to need water from that little lake, but with the amount of beaver activity here, I am going to have to boil a lot of it. This is my food. Let me show you what I got here. So along with that, I did bring some butane, my little cook kit, of course my AeroPress, a pair of gloves, shit tickets, this bag here, I got 2 battery chargers in it. Two battery chargers, 2 headlamps. Speaking about that, I got a brand new headlamp. It says it's 1200 lumens. We're going to see how that works tonight. Got some cutlery, a little pan I can fry in. Food. Let me show you what I got. So I brought an empty Gatorade bottle because don't know if you can read that. Subi. I got a link for them down below too. Love these guys. A green drink. My wife got me on these. I try to eat properly. I hardly take my vitamins like I'm supposed to. I'm not a green drink guy at all. I hate all that crap. But I will say this, since I've been taking these, my energy levels are up. I'm more clear, more focused when I'm taking them on the regular. All around I feel better. Anyways, Subi. That's what the Gatorade bottle's for. To make my green drink. This I am super excited for, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you know, but in the fall, some of you have watched this, I got my first bear, and I got it on my birthday. I've dehydrated. This is a Mylar bag that I'm going to make this in. I have hydrated. My wife made Sabrina, my wife, made spaghetti sauce with ground bear meat. And I made a pasta. I made a whole bunch of meal because I'm leaving in 3 weeks for a 19-day trip. And I made a whole bunch of dehydrated meals, and I just wanted to try it. I know it's good, but, and with that, I have these sausages from the Brackenrig Butcher. Reed is absolutely phenomenal. I love this man. And these were a special that he did, the sausage of the week, called the Tariff Dodger. Now, let me tell you what's in these things, because this is phenomenal. I absolutely love this. Canadian whiskey, bacon, salt, pepper, and garlic. And they are called the Tariff Dodger. I'm not going to get into any politics or any of that shit. But that's what they're called, and I've had them before, and they are fucking phenomenal. I got some oatmeal. a couple of Cliff Bars. And if you've been watching me long enough, you know I got coffee for days. I told you I also had from Agua my ADK 26. This is only the top half of it. This is the hatchet. I didn't bring the bottom half with me. I didn't think I'd have to swing an axe. This thing clips together for a full 26-inch axe. This thing is absolutely phenomenal. Sharp as hell. Sharp as hell. Which my bro Beans Josh found out. Took a chunk out of his ankle. Thank God he missed all the vital stuff. Thank God. Udi on the fly. You know, the boys I always go fishing with. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Agua. There's a link down below. Check them out. Now, let me say this, make it very clear. All the links that I have in there for all my sponsors, not one of them is affiliated link. I don't make any money. I do not make money from these. My monetary value from them is that they have gifted me iHunters the app. Agua is this stuff. So we send me some green drink stuff, you know. So yeah. And Bolton Physio, I mean, they take care of me. Naked Canine Nutrition, you know, we get a little bit from them every once in a while. I absolutely love what Sean is doing. And he's a new dad, by the way. Congratulations to him and his wife. So now in my new dry bag, I love this new dry bag, by the way. This is a 40-liter. I did bring my winter coat for sleeping in. Listen, where is it? See this carabiner? I don't feel like bending over to get closer. See this barracuda? See this hat? See this? This is a merino wool toque from the Bear Essentials. This is my wife's. When she finds out I took it, she's going to kill me. I didn't get a toque. I got a couple of new hats. Check out DJ. You guys, I know you guys must have seen his videos on YouTube, sorry, and his Instagram page. Check him out, the Bear Essentials. DJ is absolutely phenomenal guy, and all of his stuff is absolute quality. His buck saws, his hats, carabiners, the ropes, the sharpening kit. I didn't bring the sharpening kit with me, but I did do a reel on that. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, check out the Bear Essentials. So that's all I've really brought. I did not bring a sleeping bag, did not bring a tent, did bring another little cushion to sit on. And that's it. Oh, I lied. Ladies and gentlemen, Camp Kitchen. Always, when I do these little overnights or a day trip or whatever, Camp Kitchen. Love this. You guys will see this later on in the video. Anyways, I'm going to clean this mess up. And then I'm going to go find me a ridge pole. And I'm going to start building this little lean-to so I can stay somewhat warm tonight. Well, the one good bonus about the ice storm that we just had here is that there's a plethora of stuff that's snapped off, broken down, fallen over and stuff. So I didn't even need to bring my saw with me. So I'm just going to clean these up. Got my ridge line. Got these. I got a couple more pieces over there. And I'm going to start building this little makeshift, let's get comfortable tonight kind of shelter. I think that'll work. I might move it a little bit closer. Almost like I planned it. Not really. Those knots are okay, but okay, that'll work. So, I'm not worried about keeping this blanket. This is just for tonight. We'll see what I might do. You got no reach there? No. So I'm going to tie that off. You know, probably can't even see me in the camera right now. little makeshift with crooked sticks. This should get me through the night. As long as there's no major windstorm, which is not supposed to be. Fire pit's right there. So yeah, that ain't the greatest, but I bet you I sleep like a baby tonight. Anyways, I think I'm going to prep up a coffee and cut some firewood. Well, the temperature is starting to drop. I am down a water bottle, so I am going to have to get some stuff out of the lake. Just have to make sure I boil it, because I'm going to need that for my meals. So, for those of you who don't know me personally, or don't follow me on Instagram or Facebook or anything, I got engaged. I asked Sabrina to marry me. She said yes. Yeah, I figured I better tie her down before she gets her wits about her and leaves me. Yeah. And then I'm covered in sap, eh? So today's April 11th, and I am leaving for an 18-day trip. On May 2nd, the trip actually starts, but Andrew and I are leaving May 1st. We're going to camp out overnight. We're probably going to fish a couple of brookie lakes, camp out overnight in the vehicle, and then meet up with Josh, Uday on the Fly, his brother Matt, Solo Nomad, from last year's trip as well, and a friend of Ben's, I believe, is meeting us. So there's going to be 6 of us. We're doing the first bit of the trip is 10 days. That's all 6 of us. And then 4 of them are heading home. And then Andrew and I are heading into a different end of the park. We're going to Algonquin Park. And we're heading to a different park. Andrew and I for 4 days. And then we're meeting up with Josh again on the Friday of the May long weekend, Victoria Day, May 2-4, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to go to a couple of secret lakes outside of the park. So yeah, I'm going to be gone for 18, 19 days. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. Spring opener. It's our spring trip, Josh and I. This is our 3rd year now. This is our 2nd year on the 10-day trips, except for the fall. But this is our 2nd spring 10-day. Because Josh and I started hanging out 2 years ago on the May 2-4 weekend. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make this coffee. And then I think I'm going to go sit down by the lake and stare at the waterfall. I forgot to bring a goddamn book. That's okay. Listen to all the animals. A lot of birds. Been a couple of things moving around. Not too sure what they are. A lot of sandhill cranes. I think I heard a couple of hens. Turkeys. That season doesn't start yet. April 25th. I'm really enjoying this. It's been a minute since I've gotten out to do this. So I'm very happy that I'm here right now. Very happy that I'm here right now. I'm glad you guys are with me. So yeah, I guess this is not a survival video. Like I said earlier, man, I'm not a survivalist. I'm not a bushcraft dude. I know enough to get by and too much to be dangerous to myself, if that makes sense to you. Yeah. My buddy Andrew just called when he's coming on the trip with us. Wanted to let me know that there's been a couple of sightings in this area. I knew that, but I don't know if he knew that I knew that, so he was just making sure that I knew. Yeah, that's good. That's all you need. Little camp spice. Top it up.
Oh, I got some exciting news too. I don't know how excited you guys are going to be about it. Um, GT Media reached out to me. I don't know if you remember, I did one of the videos with their night vision goggles. We've used them several times. They're pretty handy. So they reached out to me and they have got a new monocular. It's got like 4 different settings for colors for night vision. It's good up to 300 meters, I think. Yeah, I think it's good for up to 300 meters. I don't know. I haven't read all the specs yet, but I am going to take that thing out and give it a shot. I think I'm getting tired, man. So my camp kitchen stove, and from the beginning of the trip, when I was walking in, got that, got a little bit of this, got a little bit of that, got a little bit of this. That's enough hardwood. That should get my sausages done. So the twine, I originally was going to use it to tie up the tarp to the poles. Put little holes in it, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't wind up using it for that, so I think I'm going to use some of it. I can get her undone here. And some kindling. Where did I put my knife? A friend of mine gave me this knife at the beginning of hunting season last year. It's an old timer knife. His name is Leslie. And this is just an absolute beautiful knife. Like, I absolutely love this thing. Absolutely love it. This is probably going to be a little tedious, but I got some time to kill. Get the rest of that out of there. Not very good twine for this. So this is my wife's good twine too. I was hoping it would fray a little bit more. But I guess not. I don't even know if this will go up. Oh, sure, now the wind's picking up. Throw that in there anyways. I don't know if this is going to give enough spark to do that. Let's see if I can block some of that wind. Oh, almost. I can smell ya. There we go, baby. That took a few times. I know that's cheating. Whatever. So what I did was this dead pine here, well, the branches that are here that are dead, took a bunch of the small little things off for that, just to get the fire going, and the little bit thicker ones here. And then this is all hardwood, so once it's going, I'll start putting the hardwood in. Bet you that's a little close to the camera, eh? So I think one of the things I'm going to do is with all these down trees, pines, and stuff, I think I might take a bunch of the branches, the boughs that are down, because the wind is picking up, and just kind of block that off a little, just for shits and giggles, because I got time to kill. And yeah, that looks like rain clouds down there. This ought to be fun. I don't think I'm too worried about it. If I get too wet, I'll worry about it when it starts. God, those look good. So I decided to eat down by the lake here. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Oh, so excited for this. And this. Let's see how we did here. I think I put a little too much water in it. Well, maybe not. Look at that. That worked out all right. Oh my God. Sabrina nails it every time, eh? I'm gonna try one of the sausages now. Then I'm gonna cut the video. There's no point in you guys sitting here watching me eat these whole things. So I'm going to enjoy this. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the Bracket Rig Butcher if you're in Muskoka. Phenomenal. He's got the regular sausages that he does, and every once in a while he'll do weekly specials and stuff. You guys got to watch his socials. He's got great deals too. Gotta check him out. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna enjoy this waterfall, sunset, my meal. And then I'm gonna go take some of that what's falling down from the storm and build up that one side because the wind is whipping across there. Anyway, see you guys in a bit. Oh. So I think what I'm going to do now, because it is starting to get a little chilly, is I'm going to dump this here. Put you over the stove. I'm going to take some pine. I don't think I'm going to burn any of the hardwood yet. I got a couple of pieces that are pretty skunk. So I might burn them, but I'm not going to burn anything that those logs that I've cut. I saved those for later tonight. Because I don't really need the fire for like heat right now. Just to get a little bit of the dampness out. Just to relax. But I'm going to relax a little bit before I start going to... There's a couple of dogwoods over there. They got ripped apart during the ice storm. Oh, there's a lot of different pines in here and birch that have been absolutely destroyed. So I'm definitely going to build this corner up. It looks like the wind's going to be blowing through there all night. So you can see it's not super great, but it is enough to block the wind just in that corner. And I'll tell you, now that that wind's blocked, all I've been burning little tiny pieces of hardwood. And I'm pretty warm in here. And it makes me wish I brought my pajamas. I think I'm going to be all right tonight. Like I said, this concept, I talked to Will, and I was supposed to go out on a night when it was in between minus 25 and minus 30. I was actually on my way out one night to do it. It was minus 27. I had everything packed. I was ready to go. I made the thumbnail, everything. And as I was leaving, my brother's wife had a heart attack. So that was ixnay on that. She is okay. She's a trooper. She's an animal. She's an animal. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, what time is it? $7:26. I'm gonna pull my headlamps out. I'm gonna go sit down by the water again and enjoy the sunset. Sandhill cranes are going off. I heard another noise. I'm pretty sure it was a porcupine. If not, it was a Sasquatch. So we'll see. I'm really enjoying this. It's been a minute since I've gotten out and done this. It's the last time I was out, actually, I was with Josh and Matt. And we were in the hot tent. We were ice fishing. We slayed them. We had killer days. But I haven't done any real solo camping or anything. I've been too busy. There's things with the family that have come up, and you know, life seems to happen while I'm making other plans. And I promise you there will be more videos. Like I said, I'm leaving May 1st. Be back on the 19th to the 20th. And I got a lot of cleanup to do before I can go out again. Our yard's pretty destroyed. We took a lot of damage with the trees on our property. So there's a lot of cleanup to be done. I needed this. I wish Sabrina could have come. Yeah. She's not into this kind of camping though. Not in the cold weather. I already put her through the ringer on that a couple of nights. I don't blame her. Not for everybody. Not for everybody. And when I take her out, I should make her comfortable. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go cut up some more firewood. Make sure that wood's a porcupine and not a Sasquatch. We'll see if I can find it. Maybe we'll go for a walk before it gets dark. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. I don't know how much you can see. It's starting to get dark. I'll put some lights on in a sec. But I'm going to cut up some more wood. I'm sure I got more than enough for tonight. Like I said, I've just been burning little tiny pieces of hardwood. Just like little sticks. And it's nice and cozy in there. For now, anyways. We'll see. The temperature is going to drop. But anyways, I'm going to keep cutting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is 8:30. I'm pretty impressed with this little headlamp. Got them off Amazon. Came 2 in a package. I think I paid $47. And they're 1200 lumens. And it's got the single spotlight. It's got the 2 off the side. It's got a red. It's got a red flashing. And it's got motion sensor, which is pretty cool. Anyways, the fire's just starting to get going again. I think it's going to be a little chilly tonight, but I think with this here and this fire, I'm going to be good. I think. We'll see. I might put a movie on. Maybe an audio book. I think I'm going to put on The Long Hunters, actually, with Steve Rinella. The audio book, The Long Hunters. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Just lay back, relax, listen to that. Listen to the waterfall, the beaver dam. So I couldn't find that porcupine. So I don't know if it's a porcupine or a Sasquatch. I don't think I got to worry about bear. We'll see. I haven't seen any sign of them here. I know they're in here, but I haven't seen any sign in this whole area. I walked around. I didn't see one sign at all. Saw a lot of moose, a lot of deer. Oh, a beaver. Saw a mole, mouse, whatever the hell it was. Sandhill Crades. Been a beautiful day. Absolutely beautiful day. I didn't realize how much I needed this until I got here and got settled in. It's been a minute. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stretch back. I'm going to download that audio book from Meat Eater. And I'm going to relax. Maybe even fall asleep. Oh. See you before I go to bed. Not much going on. I'm not going to do any bushcraft crap. Nothing. I'm just going to lay here. fucking relax, man. This is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Get outside. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Oh, Lord. It is 4:34. Well, I'd sleep for about an hour, maybe hour and a half. I think there's once or twice I got like 2 hours sleep. I had stoked fire. It got fucking cold last night. Not, you know what? Not so much cold, just fucking damp. The water right there, the snow's still around and stuff. All in all, it wasn't bad. Fire didn't quite go out. Had it down to coals a few times, but so these emergency blankets. I think if I was holding it like this, it might work. I think the only thing it really did like this was stop that wind. Except for the breeze at the bottom, I didn't have any boughs along the bottom of the tent or lean-to, whatever. But heat rises, right? So there's nothing to capture it and bring it in. So, and I can feel the difference from when I'm sitting like this and when I'm lying down. I got pretty fucking cold because of the damp. Oh. -5 Celsius right now. -5 Celsius. So I'm gonna make coffee. I'm gonna have a Cliff Bar. That moon was so bright, I could have walked out of this forest without a headlamp last night. Well, even now, still. I mean, you can't see because I got the lamps and the fire going, and my phone's not really going to pick it up, but that was pretty wild. Every time I woke up, I thought it was like 6:30 in the morning. I knew it wasn't, but like, you get the drift. Heard a couple of animals last night. Not too sure what they were. I think I heard coyotes this morning. Coyotes to the south of me and sandhill cranes to the north. Let's just wing it. That should be enough. Oh. So shout out to Vash, live in North Carolina, for reaching out through my son to give me shit because I haven't had any videos up lately. Like I said, I do apologize. I mentioned it earlier. I had so much crap going on this winter. I think I only got out ice fishing 3 times, maybe 4. And that one weekend with Josh and Matt where we stayed in the hot tent. But yeah, I think things are starting to look up. And I'm going to have a lot more time on my hands to be able to get out and do this stuff. But I said May 1st. I'm so excited for this. Like even this, man. You know, I didn't realize how much I needed this until I got out here and I got settled in. You know what I mean? I got this up, had this down, and I just sat down and took a moment. And you don't realize how stressed, worried, everything. And then all the white noise from the rest of life going on in the background too. You don't realize how much it affects you until you get out here and you get to take a breath. Unless, of course, your wife, like mine, says you're miserable and you should go camping. Turkey season starts April 25th. Bear starts May 1st. I got 2 turkey tags. I got a bear tag. I'm going to be gone most of the season. I can start the turkey the weekend before we leave on the trip. Then try for the bear when I get back. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you made it this far through the video, why don't you tell me about your winter? You guys get out, do any fishing? Anything like that at all? Let me know. That's heavy. There's, oh my God, I put so much coffee in that, man. That is some fucking jet fuel. Oh, that is some fucking jet fuel, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm going to stretch out and relax for a little bit, drink this coffee. See you guys when I'm making breakfast and tearing down camp. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's been fun. It has been. I've really enjoyed this. Good morning again. The sun is coming up. It's absolutely beautiful. It is now 6:45, right? 6:49. So I just finished my 3rd coffee. I'm going to start cleaning up. I'm going to meet Sabrina out on the road probably around 8:39ish. So I'm going to tear all this down, clean this place back up, put this fire out, dismantle the fire pit. So one thing I've learned, well, it's not one thing, but the thing I did learn, and I think I probably knew, is that, but it didn't really sink in until last night. But I didn't compensate for it because I figured, -4, -5, -6 Celsius isn't really that cold. Well, when there's this much snow still around the ground, everything's still wet because everything's melting really fast up here, and I'm right beside the lake. It's really damp. So -4, 5, 6 Celsius when it's damp gets into your bones. And this emergency blanket might have been great if I had it around me in front of the fire. When I sit up, I'm nice and hot. I get the heat cone. But when I lie down, I'm not getting nothing. If I'd had something just a little bit more over, catch that heat, bring it back in, probably would have had a little bit of a better night. All in all, it was still fabulous. I mean, I woke up every hour and a half or so, re-stoke the fire, get the chill out of me. I normally don't sleep more than 3.5, 4 hours anyways. So I really enjoyed this. Unfortunately, the real test is going to have to wait till next winter. Fill that bag up again and see if I can go out and get myself comfortable when it's around -25 Celsius. I think one of the things I'm definitely going to do next time is I'm going to make the fire pit longer so it generates heat throughout the whole area. Um, other than that, ladies and gentlemen, man, you want to watch me tear this thing down and clean up? Can. I really appreciate you guys coming back and hanging out. If you're new to the channel, give this thing a thumbs up. Subscribe, that would help a lot. And yeah, there's going to be a lot more to come this year. A lot more to come this year. Anyways, I got to get at it. I can't sit here all day and enjoy it as much as I want to. I really want to. I wish I didn't have to go, but I have to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get a few more bottles of water, make sure this is right out, and then I'm going to head out. Catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.